I take that back to kickoff, so 45 minutes.
Philadelphia Tower, Magic 3128 requesting push and start. Philadelphia Tower, Magic 065 requesting push and start.
Magic's 3128.
Philadelphia Tower, Magic 130 requesting push and start.
Magic 3128, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left.
Philadelphia Tower, Magic 5924 with you runway 27 right. Ground, 9er left pushback approved. Magic 3128. Philadelphia Tower, Magic 409er3 requesting push and start. Philadelphia Tower, Globe 419er4 requesting push and start.
Magic 065, pushback approved, expect runway 27.
Philadelphia Tower, value 6302 requesting push and start.
Quick.
Philadelphia Tower, Magic 3724 requesting push and start. Philadelphia Ground, Magic 3128 ready to taxi.
Magic 065, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left.
Ground, 9er left pushback approved. Magic 065. Philadelphia Ground, Magic 065 ready to taxi.
130, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left.
Negative. Magic 130.
Magic 130, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left.
Negative. Magic 130.
Magic 130, pushback approved, expect runway 9er left.
Ground. 9er left pushback approved. Magic 130.
Magic 5924, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Say again.
Magic 5924, enter final, runway 9 left.
Negative. Magic 5924.
Magic 5924, enter final, runway 9er left.
Enter final runway 9er left. Magic 5924.
I don't know what, I picked runway 27 right. Wow,
Philadelphia
wind
ground.
is going-
Magic 130 ready to taxi.
No. I did it wrong. They should all be going to the other direction. Okay. Maybe I should start over. Yeah, let's start over. Because I really effed that up. Let's lower the density to about 70%. And 9er, 27 right and 27 left. So we'll do the 2. Right there. Let's try this.
Philadelphia Tower. Magic 065 requesting push and start.
Magic 065, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Negative. Magic 065.
Magic 065, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Philadelphia Tower. Magic 130 requesting push and start.
Magic 130, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground. 27 right pushback approved. Magic 065. Ground. 27 right pushback approved. Magic 130. Philadelphia Tower. Globe 41904 requesting push and start. Philadelphia Tower. Value 6302 requesting push and start.
Globe 41904, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground. 27 right pushback approved.
Value
Globe 41904.
6302, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground. 27 right pushback approved.
Magic
Value
065,
6302.
runway 27 right.
Philadelphia ground. Magic 130 ready to taxi. Negative. Magic 065.
Magic 065, runway 27 right.
Philadelphia ground. Magic 065 ready to taxi. Runway 27 right. Magic 065. Philadelphia ground. Globe 41904 ready to taxi.
Magic 130, runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right. Magic 130. Philadelphia ground. Value 6302 ready to taxi.
Value 6302, taxi via Juliet, Kilo 3, Kilo.
Negative. Value 6302.
Value 6302, runway 27 right, via Juliet, Kilo 3, Kilo.
Runway 27 right,
This is not
value
correct.
6302.
Value 6302. Runway 27 right, taxi via Juliet, Kilo 3, Kilo. Value 6302, runway 27 right, taxi via Juliet, Kilo 3, Kilo.
Runway 27 right, taxi via Juliet, Kilo 3, value 6302.
There we go. Global 4194, runway 27 right, taxi via Juliet, Kilo 3, Kilo.
Runway 27 right, taxi via Juliet, Kilo 3, Kilo, Globe 41904.
Magic 065, cross runway 35. Magic 065, cross runway.
Say again.
Let's see what's the command here. 065. I guess just continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Magic 065. Philadelphia Tower, Magic 6552 with you, runway 27 right.
Magic 6552, enter final runway 27 left.
Enter final runway 27 left, Magic 6552.
Magic 130, continue taxi.
Philadelphia Tower, Magic 3327 requesting push and start. Continue taxi, Magic 130. Philadelphia Tower, Magic 212 requesting push and start.
Magic 3327, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right, pushback approved.
Magic 212,
Magic
pushback
3327.
approved, expect runway 27 right.
Philadelphia Tower, Magic 673 requesting push and start.
Magic 673, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right, pushback approved. Magic 212. Ground, 27 right, pushback approved. Magic 673. Philadelphia Tower, Magic 3287 requesting push and start.
Value 6302, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, value
Magic
6302.
065, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Negative. Magic 065.
Magic 065, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff, Magic 065.
Magic 6552, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Philadelphia ground, Magic 212 ready to taxi. Runway 27 left, cleared to land, Magic 6552. Philadelphia ground, Magic 673 ready to taxi. Philadelphia ground, Magic 3327 ready to taxi.
Magic 212, runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo.
Runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo, Magic 212.
673, runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo.
Runway 27 right taxi via Kilo Magic 673.
Magic 3327, runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right Magic 3327.
Magic 130, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait Magic 130.
Global 41904, continue taxi.
Say again.
Global 41904, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Globe 41904.
Magic 3287, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right pushback approved. Magic 3287.
Magic 065, contact departure.
Roger, good day.
Magic 130, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff Magic 130.
Value 6302, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait value 6302. Philadelphia ground, Magic 3287 ready to taxi.
Magic 3327, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Magic 3327.
Value 6302, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff value 6302. Philadelphia Tower, Leslie 1561 requesting push and start.
Leslie 1561, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right pushback approved. Leslie 1561.
Magic 673, continue taxi.
Philadelphia Tower, value 334 requesting push and start.
Runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Continue taxi Magic 673.
Magic 130, contact departure.
Runway 27 right line up and wait Globe 41904. Roger, good day. Philadelphia Tower, Denali 39er requesting push and start.
Magic 3287, runway 27 right.
Philadelphia Tower, Denali 1271 with you runway 27 right. Negative.
Denali 1271.
Magic 3287.
Runway 27 left.
Philadelphia Tower, value 1131 requesting push and start. Enter final runway 27 left Denali 1271.
Runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff Globe 41904.
Contact departure.
Philadelphia ground, Leslie 1561 ready to taxi.
Magic 6552, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal Magic 6552.
Magic 212, continue taxi. Magic 3327, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait Magic 3327.
Magic 3287, runway 27 right.
Negative. Magic 3287.
Runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right Magic 3287.
Value 334, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Negative. Value 334.
Pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right pushback
Value
approved.
6302, contact departure.
Value 334.
Magic 3327, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Say again.
Magic 3327, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Negative. Magic 3327.
Already cleared you.
Negative.
Magic
3327.
Runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right, line up and wait. Magic 673. Say again.
Value 6302, contact departure.
Philadelphia Tower,
Globe 4,
Denali
194,
735 with
contact
you,
departure.
runway 27 right. Roger, good day.
Magic 3327, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Roger, good day.
Denali 1271, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Runway 27 right cleared for
Denali
takeoff.
5.
Magic 3327.
Denali 735, enter final runway 27 left. That's not right.
Runway 27 left cleared to land. Denali 1271.
Denali 735, enter final runway 27 left.
Say again.
Denali 735, enter final runway 27 left.
Enter final runway 27 left. Denali 735. Enter final runway
Magic
27 left.
212,
Denali
continue taxi.
735. Philadelphia ground, value 334
Magic
ready to taxi.
3287, continue taxi.
Say again.
Magic 3287, continue taxi.
Say again.
Magic 3287, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Magic
Leslie
3287.
1561, runway 27 right.
Continue taxi. Magic 3287.
Magic 3327, contact departure.
Runway 27 right. Leslie 1561.
Denali 735. Runway 27 left. Clear to land.
Roger, good day. Say again.
Magic 673, runway 27 right. Clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff. Magic
212,
673.
continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Magic 212.
334, runway 27 right.
Negative. Value 334.
Runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right. Value 334.
Value 1131. Pushback approved. Expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right.
Magic
Pushback
212,
approved.
continue taxi.
Value 1131. Say again. Philadelphia Tower, Globe 4457 requesting push and start.
Leslie 1561, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Leslie 1561.
7, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right. Pushback approved. Globe 4457. Philadelphia Tower, Denali 467 requesting push and start.
Denali 467, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right. Pushback approved. Denali 467.
Denali 735, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Philadelphia Tower, Denali 9065 requesting push and start. Runway 27 left cleared to land. Denali 735.
3287, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Roger, good day. Negative. Magic 3287.
Runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Philadelphia ground, value 1131 ready to taxi. Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff. Magic 3287.
Value 1131, runway 27 right.
Say again.
Value 1131, runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right value 1131.
Denali 965, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right value 1131. Ground, 27 right pushback approved. Denali 965. Philadelphia ground, Globe 4457 ready to taxi.
27 right, line up and wait.
Philadelphia ground, Denali 467 ready to taxi. Runway 27 right line up Magic 212.
Global 4457, runway 27 right.
Continue taxi Leslie 1561. Negative. Globe 4457.
Denali 39, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Philadelphia Tower, Denali 755 with you runway 27 right. Ground, 27 right pushback approved. Denali 39er.
1271, taxi to terminal.
Philadelphia ground, Denali 965 ready to taxi. Taxi to terminal Denali 1271.
Magic 212, right, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait Magic 212.
Value 334, continue taxi.
Say again.
Value 334, continue taxi.
Continue taxi value 334. Philadelphia ground, Denali 39er ready to taxi. Philadelphia Tower, value 39er26 with you runway 27 left.
Final runway 27 left.
Enter final runway 27 left
Value
Denali 755.
3926. Enter final runway 27 left.
Enter final runway 27 left value 39er26.
Denali 735, continue,
Say again.
Denali 735, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal Denali 735.
Magic 212, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff Magic 212.
Leslie 1561, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Denali 39er, runway 27 right.
Negative.
Globe
Denali
4457,
39er.
runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right Globe 4457.
Denali 39er, runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right line up and wait Leslie
Denali
1561.
965, runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo.
Runway 27 right Denali 39er. Runway 27 right
Magic
taxi via
32,
Kilo
7,
Denali
contact
965.
departure.
Roger, good day.
Denali 755, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Runway 27 left cleared to land Denali 755. Philadelphia Tower, Magic 3606 with you runway 27 right.
Value 1131, continue taxi.
Say again.
Leslie 1561, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Continue taxi value 1131. Negative. Leslie 1561.
Leslie 1561, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff Leslie
Magic
1561.
212, contact departure.
Philadelphia Tower, value 3528
Value
requesting push and
3926,
start.
runway 27 left, clear for landing.
Roger, good day. Say again.
Value 3926, runway 27 left, cleared to land.
Runway 27 left
Magic
cleared to land
3606,
value
enter final runway
3926.
27 left.
Enter final runway 26 Magic 3606.
Enter final runway 27 left.
Enter final runway 27 left Magic 3606.
Value 334, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait value
Globe
334.
4457, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Globe 4457.
Denali 467, runway 27 right.
Negative. Denali 467.
Runway 27 right. Denali 467, runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right Denali
3528,
467.
Pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right
Value
pushback
334,
approved.
runway 27 right.
Value 3528.
Clear for takeoff.
Negative. Value 334.
Value 334, runway 27 right. Clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff. Value 334.
27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait. Value 1131.
Taxi.
Continue taxi Denali 39er.
Denali 735, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal Denali 735.
1561, contact departure.
Philadelphia ground, value 3528 ready to taxi.
Value 3528. Runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo.
Roger, good day.
Denali 965, continue taxi.
Negative. Value 3528.
Value 1131, line up and wait.
Say again. Unable to take off from this runway. The runway is too short for takeoff. Value 1131.
Really?
Philadelphia Tower, Magic 1455 requesting push and start.
Line up and wait.
Negative. Value 1131.
Okay. Value 1131, runway 27 left.
Runway 27 left. Value 1131.
Value 1131, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Value 1131.
Value 3, Value 334. Contact departure. Globe 4457, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for
Denali
takeoff. Globe
467,
4457. Continue taxi Denali
Magic
467.
1455, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right pushback approved. Magic
Runway 27
1455.
right, taxi via Kilo.
Negative. Value 3528.
4, contact departure.
Say again.
Value 334, contact departure.
Roger, good day.
Magic 3606, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Runway 27 left cleared to land. Magic 3606.
Magic 1455, runway 27 right.
Negative. Magic 1455.
Pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right pushback approved.
Value
Magic 1455.
Runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo.
Runway 27 right taxi via Yankee. Value 3528.
3926, taxi to terminal.
Philadelphia ground, Magic 1455 ready to taxi.
Value 1131, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal. Value
Denali
39er
Runway
26.
27 right, line up and wait.
Continue taxi. Value
Denali
1131.
965, continue taxi.
Runway 27 right line up and wait. Denali 39er.
Denali 467, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Denali 9er 65.
Denali 735.
Continue taxi. Denali 467. Philadelphia Tower, Denali 8363 requesting push and start.
Denali 8363. Pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Ground, 27 right pushback approved. Denali 8363.
Denali 39er. Runway 27 right. Clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff. Denali 39er. Philadelphia Tower, Globe 419er7 with you runway 27 right.
Globe 419er7. Enter final runway 27 left.
Enter final runway 27 left Globe 419er7.
Denali 755, taxi to terminal.
Say again.
Denali 755, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal Denali 755.
Magic 3606, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal Magic 3606. Philadelphia ground, Denali 8363 ready to taxi.
Denali 965. Runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait Denali 965.
Magic 1455. Runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right Magic 1455.
Runway 27 right.
Negative. Denali 8363.
Runway 27 right.
Negative.
Denali
8363.
Runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right Denali 8363.
Get tongue tied. Denali 965. Runway 27 right. Clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff Denali 965. Philadelphia Tower, Globe 4380 with you runway 27 right. Roger, good day. Roger, good day.
What are you doing? Denali 467, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right line up and wait Denali 467.
Value 1131. Runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 left cleared for takeoff value 1131.
Magic 3606, hold position.
Say again.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. No, what are you guys doing? Why did you go that way? I'm just gonna delete you. There. Magic 3606, continue taxi.
Say again.
Magic 3606, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Magic 3606. Philadelphia Tower, Globe 4208 with you runway 27 left.
Right. Clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 right cleared for takeoff Denali 467.
Oh, I lost a bunch of points for the for the two airplanes that came nose to nose. Okay, looks like we have. I'm gonna quit the game here because we have in about 5 minutes we're going to start. We're going to watch the kickoff. So I'm going to end this. I ended up with negative 300 points because I think what happened is I told that one to go taxi by kilo, instead of giving him the specific intersection of Kilo 3, he went all the way to the end of Kilo, which of course put him in conflict with the which put him in conflict with the arriving plane. All right. So let me set up for the stream. And we're gonna have a brief lunch break as well. If I recall, the schedule, yeah, is on the Bethesda channel. Bethesda, yeah. All right. I don't hear anything. I'm hoping that's just... Oh, there we go. There's sound. Ah, okay. So giveaways. So we are on twitch.tv/Bethesda for the kickoff of Quakecon, the third year being virtual. Normally it's here in Dallas, Fort Worth. I'm trying to figure out why. I had my video working just fine. Now it's not. Oh, no. There we go. Video. There we are. There's me.
Action camera.
Hello and welcome to Quakecon 2022. I'm Marty Stratton, studio head and executive producer here at id Software. This year is my 24th Quakecon, and in that time, I've had the opportunity to do everything from working with hundreds of amazing volunteers to sharing exclusive reveals of games like Doom and Doom Eternal. But even with all of that, the best part, and my favorite part of Quakecon, is the opportunity to say thank you to all of you, our incredible community of gamers. We build games for you. And we simply couldn't do what we do without your support, your dedication, and your passion. Now, if you've ever joined us for QuakeCon here in Dallas, you know just how much fun we have and why it's so disappointing to not be together again this year. If you're joining us for the first time, or you just need a reason to look forward to the next time we're all together again, here's a look back at the amazing event and community we've built together.
So much fun. Most stressful time is checking in and checking out your equipment, for sure.
We just play games until the sun comes up. It's just for the love of gaming.
Hurry up and start the match while I'm camping.
There's no judgment.
Next year.
We accept everyone for who they are.
It's the Doom game that we want to make, and it's the Doom game that we actually think you want to play. You know where this is headed. Thank you.
I continue to meet brand new people every year.
Are you ready to get this done?
I really am looking forward to seeing you all back next year. Thanks again.
It doesn't happen very often that we have these opportunities to come together.
It's not about the event. It's about your friends and the people. It's community.
There truly is nothing like being together for QuakeCon. But the show must go on, and the teams across Bethesda have put together a ton of great programming for you to enjoy this year. Some of the highlights include our fellow Texas studio Arcane Austin will chat about their upcoming game, Redfall. Bethesda Game Studios has the latest on Fallout 76 with Expeditions: The Pit. Our friends from ZeniMax Online Studios will be sharing a first look at what you can expect to see in Elder Scrolls Online later this year.
Definitely gotta
Plus,
see that one.
speed runs, tournaments, fundraisers, and fan favorites from the QuakeCon community, including PC building, trivia, and the beloved Dirty Keyboard Contest. Here at id, the team is hard at work on our next big game, and although we're not ready to share those details quite yet, we do have a fantastic addition to an id classic. As many remember, last year at QuakeCon, we celebrated the 25th anniversary of Quake with a major update that brought an enhanced version of the game to all major platforms. Today, we're thrilled to release one of the most important mods made for Quake, the incomparable 3-Wave CTF. Thank you to the incredible community of creators that have added so much to our titles over the years. Thank you all for playing our games. As we continue to bring our classic games and franchises to modern platforms and look to the future, we wanted a way to unite our community. That's why we're expanding the Slayers Club beyond Doom. Whether you slay demons, mutants, monsters, or Nazis, welcome to the club. As always, we have our massive QuakeCon sale across all Bethesda titles. Finally, QuakeCon is always a time our community comes together to do some good for others. Here are the charities we are supporting. Tune in throughout the show to get involved. From everyone at id, Bethesda, and our family of studios around the world, enjoy the event.
Thanks,
Hello,
Marty.
QuakeCon, we're back.
We're back. It's August. That means it's another time to have a fun digital Quakecon.
That's right, Jess. I'm Jason at Bethesda.
I'm Jess,
All right,
like
I'm
Jason
gonna.
just
My lunch
said.
is here, so I'm gonna
Thank
turn
you,
off
Marty,
the camera and
for
mute
an awesome
myself and just
QuakeCon
watch
kickoff.
this.
We are here to have a full day of fun for you. Before we get to the fun, the first panel we have, let's talk about a couple things, shall we?
What have you got, Jason?
Game Pass, PC Game Pass. We have new games coming to PC Game Pass. Well, classic games from Bethesda's library, including
Battlespire, Redguard, Quake 4, Wolfenstein 3D, Wolfenstein Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Castle Wolfenstein, and Quake Champions.
That's right. So you can play those today. They're actually available right now, so check them out. We also have new additions to the Microsoft Store, including Heretic, Hexen, Darkening of the Dark Citadel.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you got that out of your mouth.
Thank you. And free to play on the Microsoft Store.
The Elder Scrolls Arena and the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall.
Awesome.
The first and second Elder Scrolls ever.
Very cool. Well, in addition to that, as Marty said, Quake re-releases got a big update today, including 3-Wave CTF, which you can check out later today on our schedule of events. So maybe we should just talk about a little bit of like what's coming up today, what's next, what's later. So you can see the schedule here. Next, Redfall. We'll talk about that in a second, but the team from Arcane Austin is here to talk about Redfall.
We've got a whole lineup today from Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 and even a fun Fallout 4 stream. We're going to see dirty keyboards, which I know you're all excited about, and Jason is definitely squeamish on.
That is QuakeCon tradition to check out the dirtiest keyboards. This year, we don't get to touch them, unfortunately.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, but it's
We're
okay.
real sad.
We get to check them out. And then, of course, a Quake panel later. The devs at id will be playing with the community, so it'll be fun.
And that's not all. Even though we'll be done streaming today from our side, but you can catch some really great QuakeCon community content.
Yes.
Got it. On the Discord. So it's discord.gg/QuakeCon if you want to check it out.
Yeah, and in addition to that, it wouldn't be QuakeCon without the tournaments. So we have the Quake Pro League all weekend long until Saturday. And then we also have streams with our territories. So all across the globe,
We've
got
banded together around the world to bring you
we're
premium
uniting,
streams.
and we have streams from all different languages you can check out as
covering
well.
several titles.
Yes. Also, wouldn't be QuakeCon without the partners, right?
They make QuakeCon possible.
They do.
They help us out immensely.
So we want to give a huge shout out to Razer, AMD, Intel, SteelSeries, NZXT. Without all of these partners, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Don't forget Pecos Pete.
Don't forget Balls Energy Drink. Back when we, have the con in Dallas, everybody is sort of chugging a Balls Energy Drink.
You had to be real careful with what you said there.
Not to mention the awesome Pecos Pete, as Jess said. Look at this nice mug. You can fill it up. They're available now as well. A ton of merch on the QuakeCon store.
And if you don't want to pay for stuff, well, tune in to win stuff. We'll be giving away cool prizes all day long on all of our streams. You just need to look out for the keywords that will be announced during or in chat each stream.
Yes. Including, we just did a giveaway actually right now. The trivia for the plush winners. We have the winners. We can announce them right now. Should we do it?
I think we should do it.
Okay.
Do we have the winners?
Drunkest Phoenix, Anthony ADHD, and Exodus Hunter 15. Congrats.
Right, I missed them entirely.
It's
Congratulations. Okay. You get this comfy pillow.
Not this one, though.
Well, probably not. That would be a little weird.
That would be gross.
But they're great for pillow fights.
They're
great for wearing as a hat.
Ring toss. Come on.
I did this. Yeah!
Nice job. I get to keep both. In addition, QuakeCon wouldn't be QuakeCon without, of course, all of the charities. We love to give back at QuakeCon, so we have 3 that we're supporting this year that are near and dear to our hearts: ACLU, Dallas Pets Alive, and Four Paws.
Love the pups and the kits and the ACLUs.
Yeah, absolutely. Love the animals. In fact, we are also encouraging you to support these organizations. Dallas Pets Alive, we have a pet charity merch. Actually, these shirts, Jess and I are wearing them
you
as
can
well.
see them on screen right now, but now you can see them in the flesh or on the flesh, as the case may be, for a shirt.
Each one was created by Zaus54, who is QuakeCon royalty.
And very, very talented.
Yes. And all of these shirts, this one is based on Ghostwire.
This one is based on Starfield. It's called Barkfield. Very cute.
They're puns.
Here's a Ghost Whiskers. And then not pictured on a body right now is the Red Paw shirt. You could do, what was it, hashtag pets? Or, sorry, exclamation point pets.
Yes.
Or you can visit stores.customink.com/DallasPetsAlive. G. I don't know if that ran off or not. But if you press the exclamation point pets, then you can see it and click the link right in chat.
Hey, if you just want to give money to these organizations, exclamation point charity, you'll get all the information you need. But as much money as we can raise for these orgs, that would be incredible. So thank you in advance for your donation.
And you
It's
just
awesome.
press or I keep saying hashtag, exclamation
This
point.
isn't Twitter, Jess.
I know, it's just the hashtag is what we're used to. Exclamation point charity, and you can see all of the charities that we're supporting, so you can pick one to donate to.
Okay, you're sick of us. We get it. Now it's time for the team at Arcane Austin, Harvey Smith and folk, to talk about their upcoming game, Redfall, which comes out next year. So maybe take a bite out of that upcoming panel.
And then we'll have, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
And then later on, we'll have Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout streams for you to tune
Awesome.
into. So we'll see you in a little bit.
See you later.
Bring us their blood.
How do we always get into this?
Fall back!
Taste this!
Bloody hell! Get me on the roof!
Thank you, Layla. You better have a plan, Jacob!
Don't miss.
So, that was fun.
Welcome to Redfall. Redfall is our effort to take what Arcane does well, a hybrid of first-person games and RPGs, and stretch ourselves a little bit. Does this work in the open world? Does it work both solo and with co-op players? Can we take all our narrative layers and our improvisational mechanics and our style and spread that out across an open world?
For me, Redfall represents our most ambitious title that we've tried to do here in the Austin studio ever. It was super important for us to, let players still play by themselves and have that sort of like immersive Arcane experience, but then adding up to three other players into the mix, of course, changes everything. Not only from the player experience standpoint, but just from the development standpoint also. The reason I like making the kind of games that we make is because I like playing these kind of games, right? And so it's the same reason I like tabletop RPGs too. And it's the allure of I want to witness and then mess with some dramatic scene. I want to come upon these tableaus and sort of almost ant farm like see what's going on, hear what they're saying, try to suss out what they're doing, and then I want to jack with it in some way, want to turn the vampire loose on them, or put explosives down, or snipe them from a distance, or see some cultist fortress real far away and try to figure out how am I going to get in there, what am I going to find when I get in there, that kind of stuff is super enticing to me.
Some of my favorite moments are just sort of observation about how the world changes, the way we spawn different little vignettes across the world, and you catch people at different points on their patrol route, and day-night changes things, and that's a powerful piece to me. Is wow, I feel like I'm in a living world.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the setting of the town of Redfall. It's a lot of games you think it's not New York, it's not London or Boston or whatever. It's quaint, it's small. Even though it's our biggest game, it feels like small town Americana. And to your point, Harvey, with the time of day, that you can run through this open world so many different times, but based on the time of day, based on different weather, if the fog has rolled in, it can feel so dramatically different each time. And with the random spawning, you're constantly on your toes and in awe of some of the ways that the world looks.
I really gravitated toward a lot of the narrative that's in the world. The readables and getting just caught up and just I'm going to read this thing now, or walking through the Ford encampment and seeing a framed newspaper, and then getting close and realizing the full story is actually there.
It's something that makes sense.
Yeah, and then you turn around and that person they're talking about is in this picture frame behind us. That and the forcing myself to take different approaches. I specifically remember kind of going through, and I have my one way I go for the first mission every time. This is the way I go, across this bridge, go up there. Watching somebody else go down into the lake bed, and there's a cave there that I had no idea. It just completely blew my mind.
So under the choppers crash? Yeah.
I was even thinking as I was watching, they're going the wrong way. That's not how you go. But it kind of changed how I approach everything now, where I feel like I have the way that I think about, and then I'm actually going to go this way this time, and it feels compelling to do that. So yeah.
If I could add anything to that, or if I could put it into one word, it would probably be like transported. Like we put so much effort into the narrative, into the world building, environmental storytelling, all that stuff that and it's part of the reason the games that I gravitate towards make me feel that way, so I hope players feel like they've been transported to some place that like feels real at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like that moment in time that you feel these people have existing relationships that you're kind of being a part of. They're not just people just happen to pop up, randomly.
Yep.
And one word we've used for this game throughout the whole time is spooky. We're not like a horror game, so I hope there's not jump scares per se, right? Like there may have been
mimics.
a few. Yeah, I was like, there's been a few in Prey. But so I hope people feel like, they can take the time to explore, but there is still that edge that there could be anything right around the corner. So you're not necessarily standing up in your seat from fear, but hopefully there's that little bit of spooky element that you just never know what you're going to encounter.
The story of Redfall begins with this idea that these really smart, wealthy biotech entrepreneurs came to the island. They weren't from the island originally. They bought up some property and they started doing some research into longevity experiments and life extension and things like that. Probably seen stuff like that in the news recently with people doing weird stuff with biotech startups. And that, started to go south really quickly, get a little morally questionable, without giving spoilers away. The end result was they turned themselves into vampires. And one of the distinctives about our game is that the vampires in our game and the vampirism that they have is not, it's not a disease, it's not an accident, it's not something that you can cure. It's not like, oops, I got a cold and let me take this medicine and get rid of it and now I'm back to my normal kind self or whatever. The people who became vampires and the people who become vampires in our game, in a sense, they already were vampires on the inside, right? It's more like a metamorphosis, not a disease that they caught. And so it's definitely this horrible evil that's taken hold of the island that needs to be resisted and fought. They're not innocent people that you're trying to save. And they slowly, like a frog boiling in water, they slowly took over the town and consolidated all the power. And that's where players find themselves now at the beginning of the game.
We wanted to do something that was recognizable as vampires, but also a fresh take, or a less common take. So, if they don't have fangs and they're not afraid of the sun and they don't drink blood, then they're not vampires. They have to have those elements to be vampires, basically. But we wanted our vampires to be derived from science. But we wanted to avoid the crosses, garlic, running water kind of stuff in lieu of these are vampires that wanted this to happen to them. They wanted to live forever, even at the expense of other people, even if it requires the blood of others. They're horrible monsters.
None of them are romantic interests or aspirational.
Well, they are.
I mean, maybe you're into
them. They're beautiful. Most of them are beautiful. They're aspirational. It's like what they envision themselves, that they're just they're great.
It's like their own ideal self,
they're
which is
manifesting fancy clothes and they're stylish. It's like what they themselves envision themselves as.
Idealized predators, yeah. And people who play the game will see the ecology of the sort of bootlicking cultists that follow them that want to be made vampires, and the humans that have been converted, the vampires can modify them in different ways. Not all of them become vampires. Nothing as grandiose as that. Some of them become different types of familiars that are part of the gameplay ecology, all the way up to the vampires, and then sort of specialized versions, named versions, like the vampire underbosses and things like that. And then we have a series of vampire gods, which are the most twisted, most changed by the whole process. And those serve as sort of chapter breakpoints across the game.
And the vampire gods are they have the most power. They're the ones trapping you on the island, right? They've pushed the waters back. They're the ones that have blacked out the sun. They're tremendously powerful.
I really latched onto the idea of them being dangerous people regardless. Kind of like you were saying, they're irredeemable in that they're just being unleashed, and you're storing their true self at this point, right? For me, the cultists gave me a really nice view into the vampires, because we were talking about how they've already kind of become their worst self. But I think through some of the conversations with the cultists, you get to discover what that actually means and just how horrible you have to be to even just get to that point. So yeah, and then you can still end up not being a vampire at the end of the day, so which is in some ways showing the mirror of how they are really awful because they may not still turn you into the vampire.
Yeah, like Harvey touched on this a little bit a second ago, but like the vampires, you know, first of all, the cultist has to want to become a vampire, and then the vampires have to share some of their blood with them. And so like, you know, so I always picture that like some of the cultists are like, I hope I get turned into like a really badass vampire and then I can do whatever I want. But the vampires can choose instead to turn them into these other horrible things. Like one of them is called a blood bag, which is just like this grotesque creature that it's like a vampiric version of a milk cow, but it just produces like excess, you know, bloated amounts of blood for the vampires to sip on whenever they're a little thirsty.
But I love that the writing for the blood bags is that they exalt in it. They love it, you know, like look
at me, I'm gorgeous. Yeah.
Right.
The 4 heroes that you get to pick from to play, we deliberately, you know, we set out to say some of them are from the island, some of them are outsiders coming into the island, so you have multiple perspectives, and they represent this like spectrum of like different backgrounds, different play styles. Like, you know, if you're like, I gravitate towards Jacob, who is like probably more stealth oriented because he's got the ability to turn invisible. He's kind of got sniper type skills. He's got a raven that can scout for him. And all the way on the other end of the spectrum, you've got somebody super wacky like Devinder, who's like got a bunch of crazy gadgets that allow him to do bizarre things like, you know, plant javelins in the ground that spark lightning everywhere or teleport around. Or he has a blacklight power that lets him freeze everyone. So he's got a lot of like area of effect abilities, and personality-wise, he's just like, he's just super gregarious and interesting and just like zany character. He's internet famous, you know, cryptid hunter. So I think there's like, with the 4 heroes, there's a little bit of something for everyone, you know, depending on what your playstyle is and what kind of you gravitate towards in terms of like personality.
Yeah, and the funny thing about Devinder is I think he actually wants to be on the island to be researching what's happening.
Yeah, it's true. He's happy that, at some level, he's happy that something crazy like this is happening because it validates his like theories or whatever.
I think it's also fun to think about who and why are they on the island. You know, like Layla was living here. She was a college student. Devinder was here for a book signing, right? Lucky him to actually have some content to capture. Remy, you know, from some of the tricklings of some weirdness happening, she's here because of her search and rescue skill set. And Jacob initially with Bellwether. So
Jacob was one of the bad guys.
You know, so to have to really think about really different reasons for these characters to be here on the island and then build up from that was fun as well.
I think something I struggled with initially, but I've come to really appreciate, is that they're not a kit. This isn't just, this is the tank and then this is the healer and this is this. You know, there's so much nuance to how you play each of these characters. Like, you know, Devinder, it would be real easy just to say he's the gadget guy, but that doesn't really encapsulate everything that he can do. He has a little bit of crowd control, a little bit of traversal, you know, and then like a, you know, a big AoE versus like, you know, Remy has, you know, Brabant with her, and that kind of has a lot going on there. But then also has, you know, her sticky bomb, and like that's really given me a lot of like joy to kind of discover how I want to play these characters and beyond just like the high level summary of them.
So as you're playing through the game, of course, there are, you know, we've come up with a suite of like really cool abilities and powers for players to choose from, just like we did in Prey and Dishonored. You have tons of options. And if, you know, if you happen to be playing as like if we all decide to play Layla's or Jacob's, you know, my Jacob might not be the same as yours because I may choose to like really drill down into the Raven skill tree and like max that out before I pick any of the other skills. So you got a lot of choice there to like express different play styles. That's the skill trees, but then of course you've also got your gear. Like we've got special things called remnants you can find, which are like basically magical vampire blood that you can equip almost as like a talisman that will give you special resistances or special abilities related to healing, but it also boosts, you know, your health. So there's lots of different ways that you can sort of customize your character's build.
Yeah, and there's also ways for your friends to, if you've leveled up certain skills to a certain point, that your friends get to benefit from them.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing Jacob and you level up Cloak to a certain point, I actually can Cloak as well.
Yes. We tried to not make it so that like this skill only works in multiplayer, or this skill only is useful in single player, but it has the single player benefit, but then it has the multiplayer like add, and if you happen to be playing with friends, it does cool stuff for your friends too, which I think is going to be super fun.
I saw it as like in a horde shooter, like they're coming for you at all times, so you feel that pressure, and in this game I feel like I'm the danger kind of thing, right? I'm the one who's moving through.
You're trapped in the room with me.
Yeah.
It's also important, that's a great point, and it's important to note that like they're unaware of you. So you can zoom in and eavesdrop on their conversations. You can sneak up and listen to two people talk and then slip away from the encounter. You know, it shares the lineage of arcane games in that sense.
Yeah, that's something that's also been nice about the vampires being the antagonists, is that they're not mindless. They're not just let me run and eat your brain, right? So they're actually thoughtful. They are a bit more of a predator. And also humans are terrifying, right? So the cultists and Bellwether they're also more tactical. So yeah, they take cover, you know, they flank you, all those good things.
Well, the other thing is like, this is an open world game. You're never trapped in like, I'm not trapped in this alley and I have to defeat 30, you know.
Just gotta hold
out.
Yeah,
I don't have to hold out. Like I can do the thing that I do in other open world games, which is like, this monster's too hard, I'm leaving. And I'm gonna go fight these other monsters over here, get a new weapon, level up, and then I'm gonna come back and kick this guy's ass.
When we started Redfall, we knew we needed like, you know, guns, because this is part RPG, part shooter. And it was fun to be able to work with modern guns for once. And you know, we wanted a range from like high-end military gear dropped by Bellwether security on the island, all the way down to like Grandpa's shotgun found in the attic of this old Victorian house. And then some kit bash stuff too, like in his garage, this person made like you know, a duct tape handgun that, you know, has a flashlight on it or something, right? So there's ranging from jury rig to high-end military and all that. But very quickly we realized we also needed some vampire-specific weapons. And so the UV beam, which leads to a whole system of petrifying the vampires, from which they can thaw out if you don't stake them. The stake launcher itself, which is like a found ammo type weapon, like broken off pool cues and snapped off mop handles and fireplace pokers and things like that.
Steak knives.
Yeah, and then like flare guns, which you'd find on a tourist island with sailboats and all. They immolate vampires, and so they become like a little fireball launcher. And so the usual weapons that you love in games, sniper rifles and shotguns and assault rifles and things like that, are fun to play with in our game. And they level up over time, and they have different traits on them, and so you're looking for the one with the right traits that you want.
And they have stakes on the end, of course, because you need to be able to stake vampires.
Right, again, every time we tweak our fiction in some way, like vampires, it leads to whole systems like staking and petrification with UV light and all that. But in addition to all those guns, we have the set of vampire-specific guns that are you know, unique to the game.
The best stake attachment in the game is the garden gnome.
You don't like the broken guitar neck?
Oh, the broken guitar neck. I'm partial to the harpoon. Mm-hmm. It looks like a whaling harpoon that's been cut off and put on the end of the rifle. So.
We start with something really weird and fantastic, right? Like Dunwall or Space Station. And then we work to make it so that players can understand the space and learn about the environment. But this time we started with something familiar on purpose. Like everybody gets like a small town, you know, on the East Coast. Everybody understands liquor stores and convenience stores and clinics and neighborhoods. So that part is awesome because you're immediately dropped into something you understand. But then the part that I like is then we twist it, right? The vampires, they warp reality around them with their psychic abilities. So the cultists, of course, build weird structures on top of the familiar settings that you'll encounter occasionally, and then the vampires like punch these holes through reality and make these little pocket dimensions where they like sleep and gather power. And those spaces are some of my favorite because everything's just like bent and twisted into this like sort of Halloween/nightmare version of reality.
And speaking to the size, I think the Talos and Prey was 5 football fields, and the size of Redfall is kind of hold my beer on that one. So we definitely challenged the whole team with making something this big.
Yeah.
I remember early on there was a moment we were working on District 2, which is a little more rural, and Jim McGill took Talos at scale and dropped it in the middle of the farm that's there. And the district just eats the whole space station, of course. It's gigantic.
It was just the size of the actual like farm area. Yeah. And that's just like one mission. Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Ultimately, we hope that players will play single player if that's what they want, and it will feel like an arcane game. But it's more expansive. It's an open world, but it's not an open world based on the scale of vehicles. It's an open world based on foot. And so it's like a familiar setting, New England, spooky, traverse the place, go into mom and pop grocery stores, apartments, get on the roof of buildings. And we try to put as many environmental storytelling scenes around as we possibly can. And so it just feels very lived in.
I think the thing that's compelling to me about the open world, and this is true in other open world games that I love, but it's just like how easily the player can get distracted, you know, with like some other wondrous thing or some interesting point of interest. Like you always set out with like, I have this goal in mind. I'm going, you know, to the shipyard or the farm to rescue this person or collect this thing. That's my mission. But like it takes me 2 hours to get there because along the way, like a nest popped up, or I saw a vignette with some like cultists who were harassing some civilians that are tied up, or I got ambushed by vampires, you know, or an NPC gave me a little side mission to go check out. There's always something along the way that just like pulls me off the beaten path to check something out or discover something or loot something, and that's just tremendously fun.
I'm thankful every day for like Arcane is a company where some of us have worked together for 20 plus years or 10 years, or you know, and there's a lot of cement there socially and a lot of creative chemistry, and even though some people have left and new people have joined us and all that, it's been a blessing to have this team and this game and the company culture, and we're in it together. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna ship our game no matter what, no matter what virus hits us or whatever, you know. So, but during this last few years, it's been a blessing.
I think the Elder Scrolls online panel comes up here in about 20 minutes. So I definitely want to see that, but I think it's played several times. So, got some lunch here, and even had me some retro, well, the bag is retro, some taco flavored Doritos, which we saw at the store. Like the old Doritos the old Doritos bag style from like the 80s. Let's see. Oh look, Elder Scrolls Online High Isle is on sale. Of course, I haven't even finished the main storyline yet, so won't be getting that. But if you're a fan of any Bethesda games, they're all on sale on Steam right now. All right, let me see. Let's see if there's something we can play while we're waiting for that to start. Get that. Ooh. Let's see, what do I want to play? I guess maybe a little GTA Online. Real quick, just for about 15 minutes until the ESO panel comes on. Well, this is not behaving properly. There we go. But now... Where's my cursor? There it is. Finally. There, how about that? Is the Quakecon, or is the ESO thing starting? Let me see, maybe we'll have to switch over back to that. Oh yeah, it looks like ESO is starting. All right, let's do that.